Hello, everyone. Another Happy Holy Habit episode. And I know you want to listen to this because last time we talked to you about how money is not the root of all evil. If you're interested to know more about it, I will leave you the link in here. Now, the next step, if we talk about money not being the root of all evil, how do we pursue it without falling into the trap of loving money? Tammy, thank you so much for being here. You're the expert of money and business. So tell us, how do we do that? How do we make it a happy, holy habit?
Well, the habit here, I think, would be to make sure you're pursuing excellence and not ambition. And this is, I'm getting this because I heard someone give this quote, and I wish I could remember where I got it from so I could like quote them and actually have it on my wall, because I need this one to remember to pursue excellence and not ambition. Because and this could apply in your personal life, in your business life, in your church life, in whatever you're doing is, and that's where, because ambition, I think, is where we start to try to take over and, take the reins away from God. Whereas if you're seeking excellence, then that's the part that kind of we can control, take what we have, take what God gives us and just do it the best way we can. And then leave God in control of what happens, whether that leads to great fame and great fortune or a more humble outcome, but still what God wants, because we're pursuing excellence with the things that God gave us.
I like that idea. For example, in my case, when you have a business and you have a money goal, how do you apply it in a practical way? Like, I have my money goal, X amount. So every time I see the X amount, I pursue it in a way as doing excellent job, not excellent, excellent, right? Doing an excellent job for your clients.
Well, I mean, I think it's okay to set like money goals and money targets, obviously pray over them, which is something we talked about, pray that, that it's not something you shouldn't be pursuing. But then I think kind of the test in that, whether it's your own ambition that you're pursuing, I think a good test is to see if you're starting to kind of compromise on your values or things that you should be doing, because that's probably a good indicator that now you've kind of slipped into ambition, where you want that thing badly enough that you're maybe doing things that aren't maybe in keeping with what you think you should be doing or what God thinks you should be doing. So I think kind of the pray over it. And then the second part, check yourself and pray every so often to make sure you're not starting to compromise on what you think you should be doing, because that might be a sign that you're slipping into ambition rather than just pursuing what you can do on the excellence side of things.
And even going further, something that I learned from you that I really apply in my company is what you talk about, cutting corners. Mm-hmm. So how cutting corners, making the habit of cutting corners in a way, it's going into ambition, right? Because cutting corners, I love the two examples that you gave me before. I don't know if you remember them, but
remind me.
So one of them is actually, you said, like, for example, not paying taxes, right? So that's a cutting corner. And I said, well, yeah, and I will never do that. But then you said, well, not spending the time with your family when it's the family time instead of your business time is cutting a corner as well.
Yeah. And that, because if you've said your priority is your family, and if you think God thinks your priority is your family, which I do, then yeah, if you're ignoring that side, you have a balance, but yeah, if you're ignoring your kids to pursue your career or your money, then that's probably an indicator that ambition is starting to creep in. Yeah.
Right. So listen, please, all of us, including myself.
And me.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, because we know we have a mission and we know that we want to help others to become happier with their finances in their business. That's what you do. And I'll ask you a little bit about that. But we have to be very clear on not loving money, but loving God first. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean that we're not gonna pursue the money, but we're gonna do it in a way that it helps our family, it helps us personally to grow in that way.
And you earn the money and you're still growing closer to God, not growing distant from God because you're pursuing money. instead of
Exactly.
God.
To be clear, it's okay to have your money goals. Make sure to pray over them and to watch out for those shortcuts, because those are the ones who make us go into ambition and not excellence.
Yes.
Tammy, how can people get closer to you so you can help them in their business?
Well, because I try to help business owners have a profitable business that's still pursuing God and bringing God into it. So you can find me either on my website, hyska.com, hyska.com, or on Facebook at Tammy Hyska.
Yes, please contact her, because for me, for my business has been such an eye-opening that I want everybody to contact her right now. And I'm going to leave her information as well below. And talking about time for family and time for business, right now it's time for my son for us to go and play. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.